Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Before we get started, you know what I'm gonna need you to do. Go ahead, do the comment, do the like, do the subscribe. Just comment in here. Just comment that so I know you're watching, okay? I know it's been a hell of a long time since I made a YouTube video. Some of you guys have actually been waiting on me, so that's a really good thing, right? That's pretty dope. And I haven't really shared much with you guys. So this video is going to be a story time. Y'all know I'm laced, right? I know you've seen the title. Some of y'all know that I'm actually laced in real life. Well, let's talk about the time I really got laced. Well, the first time I got laced. That's mad embarrassing.
So that's me.
Turn around and bend, 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 bend.
So, where do I start? Okay, now I'm like 16 at the time. I'm 16 at the time. I just had my daughter a few months before. And me and my best friends were working at KFC, right? So we working at KFC on Bedford. I was dying to get this job after I gave birth to my daughter because I'm like, I need a job. At the time, I'm going back and forth to school, working this job. Like, life is just a mess. But actually, I had stopped going to school at this point. I just dropped out. Like, I can't do the job in the school and I need to make money right now. You know, regular single mother shit. So my daughter has to be August, September, October, November. Like 5 months. Because I remember the weather being cold. I'm 16. I'm working with my best friend. It's nothing but young people working there. So you already know the vibe of the KFC. Like, you already know the vibe. Like, we used to do all kind of crazy shit. We used to be making up our own recipes, putting the baked beans on the macaroni, eating chicken pot pies. Who eats chicken pot pies? But when you work at KFC, you might eat a chicken pot pie too. So anyway, that's what we was doing, just to give you an idea of the atmosphere, right? Mind you, we worked in our neighborhood. So we served the people that we grew up with, the elders that we knew. We was right across the street from the P's. So, you know, it was a vibe. It was a very around the way girls type of, this is what we doing to make money to get by, except I had a baby. Now, we love to smoke the weed, okay? We was smoking the weed. We started smoking the weed when I was like 12. I was always the youngest out of everybody. But I remember my father, he used to give me a lot of money. So I used to take the money. We used to go around the corner to the Rasta shop. It was this Rasta fruit stand right on Rogers Avenue. And we used to go there and buy nicks of straight green, straight Arizona. We used to get, back then we used to roll up in Dutches. So we taught ourselves how to roll a Dutch. Rolling always seemed super complicated back then, but as a person who was into creating stuff and figuring shit out, like knitting and stuff, I figured out this shit is not rocket science. We just gotta fucking roll it up. So we started rolling in our great Dutches, okay? Getting high off Arizona. So smoking was nothing new to us, right? Because that was like 4 years before I even had my daughter. Great. So, of course, I stopped smoking when I had my daughter. I was breastfeeding for a while. So, I had just stopped breastfeeding. So, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm ready to get it on. Well, honey, I can't stop smiling while I'm telling this story because it's just so goofy. And we was just so little. Like, we was really babies. So, the cooks at KFC was also some young dudes that we was very close with. Rest in peace to one of them because he actually passed away. Now, I'm going to call my best friend at the time. I'm going to call her Tisha. So it was me and Tisha, and then I had another best friend, and her name, well, we gonna call her Deidre, right? So me and Tisha worked at KFC. Deidre, she went to junior high school with me, but we was still, you know what I'm saying? I kind of brought her around and she got closer to my block friends, like my best friends. Because mind you now, Tisha was still in the game. I had did a whole pregnancy bid. I had went away from my pregnancy. My mother had sent me way out of town. I'll tell that story some other time. But she was still kind of like on the block and moving and jigging. So she knew where to get the bud from or whatever. So, because we was no longer smoking that fucking trash, okay? So she said that that homeboy at the job was gonna give her some bud, like on a discount type shit, right? Like his dimes was real fat or whatever. Now I'm trying to think, did she buy the weed from him or yeah, she bought the weed from him. So he gave her a dub or something like that, a small amount of weed. And we was excited. We like, yeah, I'm about to go roll up, smoke. Now, my mother wasn't home. I don't know where my mama was at, but she was not there. Deidre comes and meets us at the crib. Because you know how it is when you younger and you smoking. Like, if you smoking a blunt, it's a whole function that's going to happen around smoking that blunt, because niggas don't really got a lot of money like that. So, you know, and especially if you get some fire weed, like, Deidre ends up coming to the house. I put Zai down. She was sleeping. We roll up. We kicking it. I come up out of my clothes, put on something more comfortable. We go in the bathroom. Yo, just thinking about this telling this story is giving me the butterflies. Like, damn, mad anxiety. Oh my God. So they roll up. We go in the bathroom because we like, yo, the baby's in the house. It's no way we're smoking in the living room. So we got to go in the bathroom. Shut the door. And close the window. So like, yo, if we gotta smoke in the bathroom, we steaming this shit. Bitches turn on the hot water, we smoking a blunt. Smoking a blunt.
Smoking. And now we getting high. Now we giggling.
But then I'm feeling like, wait, hold on now. Something's amiss. My spidey senses are tingling a little too much right now. So my heart started beating. Because, you know, that's when the anxiety started coming in. So my heart started beating. I'm like, nah, hold on, y'all. So I opened the window. And it had to be like not even 30 seconds. But after I opened the window and I didn't feel no change, I'm like, I gotta go. So I leave the bathroom. I'm like, nah, son, I'm too high. So I leave the bathroom. And as I'm walking to my room, I feel the shit coming down on me more like. But by the time I get to my room, I'm like, oh, nah, this is different. This is different. This is different. So I go and I check on my daughter. Now I'm feeling mad, anxious, paranoid. Feeling like, yo, what's going on? But I'm trying to calm myself down. Not even realizing that I need to be taking deep breaths right now, because I don't know shit about taking deep breaths, okay? I'm just panicking on the inside, but I'm not saying nothing. So they come out the bathroom on some holly jolly shit. They like, yo. So they sit down on the couch, right? So I'm just watching them like, these bitches. Let me see what's going on with them. All of a sudden, these bitches is cackling like hyenas. Yo. I am in shock. I'm like, mind you, cackling like hyenas for a minute. Like, on some other shit. Like, nah, y'all creeping me out. Like, what the fuck is really good? Rolling over on the couch, rolling on the floor, doing mad wacky shit. I'm like, yo, these bitches is fucking laced. I'm laced. They're laced. Everybody is laced. Then we all stop and look at each other. Because I'm thinking this in my head. I'm like, yo, son, something is wrong with that weed. Like, I feel like niggas is like, we on dust right now. So we all stop and look at each other. And we like, yo, that shit was laced. Now, as we all come to that conclusion out loud together, these two bitches start going into a whole nother laugh and feel like it's funny. Like it's okay to be laced right now. Now I'm panicking even more. I'm out of my mind right now, yo. I'm like, oh my God. Yo, son, nah, this is crazy. Like, this really gotta be how crazy people feel when they going crazy. Like, yo, I feel like I'm stuck in my mind. Like, yo, it's like I could see my mind right now. Like, this shit was purple and cloudy and just dust. Like, I was a dust head. Bro. I go in my room. I lock my door. I look at my daughter, make sure she's still asleep. And I lay down. I straight lock them bitches out. Like, nah, son, I can't do this. Fully laid on the bed, like, my mind is racing. Seeing all type of mental patients. Now I'm a mental patient. Going nuts. And I don't say that with any insensitivity because I've been there before. That's a whole nother story time. However, this was the first time that I really felt like, wait, bitch. It's over for me. It's clipped. I'm never going to be the same. I'm never going to be the same me. It's clipped. Yo, I'm sitting there laying on the bed. I'm like, this is my life. I just got to call 911, bro. Them bitches still in the living room cackling. You hear me? They dead look like this. All I know is I ended up just thinking myself into a deep sleep. Like, I was just gone. The girls left while I was knocked out. I vaguely remember them coming in the room and saying that they were leaving. And when they said that and I kind of like woke up out of my stupor, I thought to myself, but y'all lace, like, why do y'all think this is funny? Like, why don't y'all think life is over? Why aren't y'all taking this shit as serious as I'm taking it? Well, long story short, I went to sleep for the night. I woke up. When I woke up, I was still high. I don't even remember how long it took me, but I just know I just felt crazy for days on end, and then I started feeling regular again. Like, shit started coming back to normal, but I can't even tell you how many days it took. I feel like I was really high out of my body for a good 3 days. 3 fucking days. And then every day I came down a little bit more until I was just like, okay. And when I tell you I did not smoke for like feels like I didn't smoke for a long time, but I was definitely rolling up again in like a year. Might have been less than a year. Why does it feel like I didn't smoke for 3 years? Nah, I was definitely rolling up again. Yeah, because we was smoking mad weed. I just realized that I had stopped working at KFC at that time. I wasn't working there anymore. It had been like maybe like almost a month since I stopped working there. That is why I didn't know the guy too well that, what I named her? Tisha? That Tisha got the weed from. That's why. Because I'm sitting here thinking, because I forgot to update y'all on what that conversation was to the nigga that gave us laced weed. The fuck? And I remember feeling like that conversation was never really had because I didn't have that conversation with him. He should have really been held accountable though for giving us that laced weed. And I don't feel like Tisha really made it her business to have that conversation with him, because it was just like, wait, hold on, nigga. So you sold us laced weed? Like,
say I feel away. Me say me feel a blood clot way.
it's giving setup. It's giving I don't like that. Long story long. That is the end of this story time. Y'all go ahead and be great. Oh, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We rolling into the new year. I hope you guys are ready for all that's to come and all of the great things that are going to happen in your lives. I hope you are focused, tuned in. I hope you're working on them superpowers that we just got. Feel me? Don't don't front on your superpowers. Like, them shits is really real. So make sure you flexing your muscles so that shit could be lit for 2021. I pray for humanity. I pray for us. What the fuck was that? Anyway, bye. My little body was done, so I had stopped working and going to school at that time. Yeah, it was the road to, it was definitely the road to destruction. Wasn't doing nothing productive, and I got my weed laced. Niggas is laced. What else can I say? Niggas is laced.